we've talked about the forearm exchanges, right? The trading the fake phony forearms, if you prefer the alliteration. And I asked some people to send in some comments on it if they could, that were inside the business, to help us understand why that anybody thinks this is a good idea, right? And why they don't realize it looks like shit. And we got a number, but I wanted to excerpt, see what I did with that word there, a few of them that it kind of again goes back to what we were talking about before with the incredibly small man at Grapplers Anonymous, the trainer, right? It's that's the problem, I believe, is that too many of the people that are training these days were marks to begin with. Anyway, this guy over and over said this is my real name, so I think he wants plugged. So he don't care if he gets some heat or not. He's my kind of guy. Of course, he needs to work on the name. His name is Keegan Brettle. Did you capture that, Brian?
Keegan Brettle, not Brittle.
Keegan, no, not Brittle, Brettle. Keegan Brettle. And I'm a professional wrestler in Australia. That is my real name and working name. And I hope this gets heard because this needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I think he wants his name out.
Well, and my advice is going to tell him to tuck it back in. Because if it's his real name, I'm sure his parents are wonderful people, but he needs a new working name. Because people are going to have too much of what the fuck to that. But nevertheless, he says, I was taught how to throw a punch in my first few weeks of training by the Aussie wrestler Jay Law, and then had it drilled in again when I trained with Lance Storm. I've been wrestling for 10 years, and the amount of people who do not know how to throw a punch is insane. The big company here locally, PWA, this is in Australia now, apparently only teaches forearms because it's been said that it is safer. I found this out last week when I was talking to one of their trainees at a football game. What's even crazier is that most new prospects and trainees go to this place because of their reputation as the biggest school around. So at any one time, they could have 40 people training in a session, and they're all throwing shitty forearms. And apparently, this other email gives some insight in this. It's the Japanese fighting spirit deal is what they're trying to do, because Cole says, it talks about the Japanese culture, the samurai, the videos of Bruce Lee meditating, getting hit with kendo sticks, but he doesn't feel it because he's in another plane. You've seen that shit, Brian. You're a Bruce Lee aficionado.
Yeah.
And these fucking dipshits think they're doing that, or giving that impression, or showing a fighting spirit when they're standing there fake fucking poofing each other. You can't call it fake striking because it's not even really fake striking. Fake striking is throwing a working punch or a working forearm that looks like it's a goddamn forearm. And so, and he says with the basically, with great sportsmanship, you challenge your opponent to hit you because he can't hurt you, and you're going to prove you're tougher than him and have more fighting spirit. 72 times. So that's where they're, and you know, a lot of them try to imitate the Fry Takayama fight. Cole mentions that also. Remember, they just grabbed each other and just started fucking punching each other. But
that was what Owens and Generico used to do all the time.
Yeah, but none of this looks like that either, does it? Am I just an old man with foggy memories sitting by a fireplace, or did it look like Fry and Takayama were just punching each other as hard as they could?
It looked like that because the guys doing the forearms look like they're cooperating with each other, not hurting each other, and it's just like a weird dance.
And Cole says, I would also argue the reason strikes end up looking soft or weak on high-definition television is because in front of 200 people at the VFW hall, you don't have to work so snug. And bad habits are formed over the years on the indies that bite you in the ass on national TV. And then nobody sells it, so because again, you can cover up a whiff of a strike if it's a Bobby Eaton fucking whoosh and it's a Riggy Morton sell anyway. You can't tell the difference, but you can hit people, and if you don't sell it, it looks like shit. That's the old saying about the goddamn old timers. Their punches look like shit and hurt because they hadn't perfected the modern era yet. Here's another one, Michael from West Virginia. As a former professional wrestler, the forearm and chop exchanges are ridiculous. During my training in 2004, if I would have tried anything like that, I would have been stretched until I broke. He was trained by Bart and Brad Batten, the Batten twins. And so standing there, allowing some dumbass to hit you with useless strikes doesn't tell a story. It doesn't present a struggle. It doesn't make someone like you or hate you. It's just filler crap that guys do when they have no idea what to do to continue the match. I was taught to grab a hold if I got lost, but I guess that's the difference between actually being trained to wrestle versus shown how to perform. And finally, Damian Wayne. Haven't seen him in forever. Hello, Damian. He says, hey there, guys. This is Damian Wayne. I'm an independent wrestler, and I think this shit sucks ass. I hate fake-looking shit, and I absolutely hate no-selling shit. If Terry Funk can sell everything, so can you. I preach being believable, and people look at me sometimes like I'm speaking a foreign language. So that's more succinct about the whole thing. But even people in the business know it's fucking stupid. And they still do it. There are these other people, not these people that know it's stupid, but the other people still do it. Too many theys.
It's a lazy thing. It's a lazy crutch for guys who can't put together creative matches.
You know what it does, Brian?
What's that?
It gives me the sour belches. It just gives me gas. Because it gives me poor gut health is what it does. And you know, poor gut health, it's the next step to the fucking graveyard. You know that for a fact. If you're not pooping every day and you don't have the proper germinology and microbiology down there in your stomach churning around, producing all the effluvia that goes into the septic tank of your system that keeps you pure and clean and sparkling like a freshly deuced New Orleans whore, I'll tell you what, that you're in bad shape. Because it's the next step, folks, to the Grim Reaper. Gut health emanates to every gut health, skin health, heart health, immune health, your gut microbial balance, and your micronutrient synthesis. If you ain't got all that working together, you might as well pack it in and leave everything to your wife. Well, if you're a woman, you might as well leave everything to your husband. Unless you're married to another woman, you might as well just kiss your ass goodbye, because you're on a road to death. You know that as well as anybody, Brian. You had to...
What the hell does that mean?
Well, you had to reform your intestinal tract to make sure when you found out about our friends over at Seed and their DSO1 mixture, the capsules that you can take every day with a glass of water as your daily habit, and prevent your entire stomach from rotting like a neglected septic tank, you had to because you were eating all that French toast. And all that French toast ferments, Brian. And that's why you were fermenting. You were turning a light shade of lime green as a result of the fermentation of the French toast until you got on, that's part of skin health. You got on the DSO1, the 2-in-1 probiotic and prebiotic that promotes benefits in and beyond your gut, and instantly you became the proper color again. And you didn't have that abdominal bloating. Remember the time you were leaving that Costco and that security guard tackled you because he thought that your abdominal bloating was you were trying to shoplift a watermelon? You remember that?
No, that never happened. I don't even go to Costco. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, he thought you were trying to get away with something, but he saved your life there. Because with that abdominal bloating, Well, again, the next step is the abdominal explosion, where you spray all kinds of innards and gizzards all over people. So I'm surprised when he tackled you, you didn't pop. But you were able to get on the DSO1 and you were able to reduce that. And remember that intermittent constipation, Brian, that you were telling me about a couple of years ago?
I have never told you about that because I've never had it. What are you talking about?
Well, it was intermittent. You didn't have it until you did, but then it quit for a while.
No, and I wouldn't talk to you about any of these issues if they actually existed.
See, the DSO1 is formulated with strains clinically validated. Clinically validated, ladies and gentlemen. That's better than proof. To reduce the abdominal bloating and intermittent constipation, they support clearer, healthier looking skin. You'll glow. You'll glow like you're pregnant. If you're a 50-year-old man with a big belly and a beard, you might not want people to think you're pregnant, but you're going to look like it. And feel like it, too. Wait till you get those cravings for pickles and ice cream. But if you need further proof, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying about Brian Last is true. 81% of members. They call you a member when you take these DSO1 capsules every day. You'll become one of them, right? One of these seed people. Not pod people now, but seed people. 81% of members felt less sluggish after meals because, boy, once you eat that meal, it's coming right back out, right the other direction. The pathway is clear. And 87% of members feel more in control of their whole body health since they started the DSO1 experience. And so I think, can I say more? If it worked for Brian Last and brought him back from the brink of death, then certainly it can make you feel better and poop with a more confident air.
If you want to be healthier, if you're looking for gut health, if you're looking to all around, all over, just live a healthier lifestyle, seed is a component for you.
Because from little small seeds, mighty acorns grow, or whatever that old platitude is. But right now, I'll tell you what's not a platitude. The platitude's getting 25% off of your first months of Seeds DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. All you got to do is go to seed.com/JCE and use the promo code 25JCE. See? You get 25% off by using the code 25JCE. It's a simple mathematical formula. Doesn't take long to work that out. Seed.com/JCE, code 25JCE, at 25% off first month. And by then you're gonna be hooked on this stuff. I mean, it's like a monkey on your back. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna look better. You're gonna have the glow. You'll be unstoppable in the bathroom, baby.
This ad is unstoppable. But one more time.
There it is. Well, what do you want to know what the promo code is? 25JCE. 25JCE. Yes, say it all together. 25JCE.
I'm sorry to talk all over you. What I meant to say was 25JCE.
That's what I said. Bunny bread.
With seed.
Yes, with seed. Do you remember that commercial, or is that a Southern thing? That's what I said, bunny bread.
That's a Southern thing, maybe.
What, you got bunny bread up there, don't you?
I never even heard of that until
What kind of fucking heathens are you? You can't go to the store in New Jersey in the year 2024 and get a simple loaf of bunny bread.
Maybe you can. I've just never purchased it and never paid attention to it or seen it. Is there a picture of a bunny rabbit on it?
Yes.
That's what I want on my bread. A picture of a fucking rodent hopping around.
A rabbit is not a rodent. A rabbit is a mammal.
A friend of the rodents.
A cute, furry,
rodent-like hopping
with a pink nose,
big teeth to give you rabies.
They eat carrots and give you love. And I'll tell you what else can give you some love.
Jump in front of your car.
Come on.
So they do. They don't have any respect for the driver.
Well, you should be on the lookout because they're colorblind. So they can't see the lights of the stoplight. See?
The lights of the stoplight.
You didn't think about that, did you?
Well, I mean, they can. I guess not.
Yeah.
I didn't think
well, if it's at night,
you're right. You're right. I did not think about that in any way.
Well, see, if you can't just goddamn keep part of your mind on the rabbit's rights in this day and age, then what kind of racist son of a bitch are you?
Rabbit's rights?
Rabbit's rights. I was going to talk about real quickly, and we'll get on with this program. Seed. Well, we talked about seed a while back. Now we're going to talk about me and JimCornette.com and the holiday sale at Cornette's Collectibles that I will because when does this show come out? Are we going to release this thing?
Well, I don't know.
Is this actually going to the public?
When will this show be finished? I have no idea.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. So nevertheless, then in that case, October 5th at noon Eastern, Saturday, that's when the sale started if you don't hear this till after that. And we encourage you to go because it's a holiday sale. It's going to Christmas. And boy, howdy, the brand new and final Jim Cornette action figure variant is on sale now. You can see pictures at JimCornette.com. It's customizable any color you like because for you customizers out there, the man in white. And it also comes at half price when you buy any of the tag team action figure sets. All the information at JimCornette.com, along with the thank you, fuck you, bye t-shirts being back on sale for the holidays, and our other fine merchandise. And Hotchkiss Featherbottom is standing by, waiting to hear from you. JimCornette.com.
All right. Seed.
Yes. So, speaking of seed, again, see, I'm going to transition this somehow.